The biggest double game week of the season, and I've got a big decision to make on my transfers and whether to play a chip. Help me get this video to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Starting off with how my game week 32 is going then. I'm recording this video on Tuesday morning. I'm currently on 49 points with my 6 double game weekers still to play. So not in too bad a position, to be fair. Probably a grey arrow at the minute, pretty much, but hopefully that can turn green. My Crystal Palace men haven't really delivered a lot for me yet, just 2 points from that first fixture. An early sub for Mateta was a concern. My Newcastle triple up did very well though, as has my Aston Villa triple up. An attacking return for Salah didn't cause too much damage, as well as an attacking return for Palmer, but what hurt the most with the 9 points on the bench for Jordan Pickford. Bringing in Henderson as my second goalkeeper with a view to bench boosting in 33 has not gone well so far. I'm actually down from that move. Yeah, and that's going to impact my thinking ahead of double game week 33. We've got a busy European midweek, including teams that double in game week 33. We've got Aston Villa that have got the home leg of their tie against PSG that they're in a disadvantage of. Then they've got a double game week, and then they've got their FA Cup semi-final. So really, really busy time for Aston Villa. Arsenal have got the away leg against Real Madrid, and while they've got the advantage, Real Madrid are absolute giants in this competition, so we cannot rule them out. They happen on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then on Thursday we've got Europa League and Conference League quarter-final second legs for Manchester United, Spurs and Chelsea. I guess for FPL, the focus isn't going to be as big on this one. Maybe Cole Palmer, because of his ownership, comes into the equation. Saka is the big one. What are we going to expect in terms of his minutes? How is that going to impact our thinking on him as an option and a captain option for game week 33 as well? It is a really, really tricky one to consider. So I'm arriving at double game week 33 with 2 free transfers, 3.7 million in the bank, and the plan was to bench boost this week. I'm not convinced whether that's the best move or not, but I feel like having made a goalkeeper move a few weeks ago, I'm kind of committed now. So I think I am probably going to follow through with that, given that it is the biggest double game week of the season. I do have a problem though in Kluivert, who failed to make the Bournemouth squad once again for the game against Fulham. Obviously it's Crystal Palace away up next. My plan is to get through game week 34 without the free hit, which I've already used, and the wild card, which I prefer to save till game week 35, when we've got good information about how double game week 36 and blank game week 37 plays out. So at the moment I've got 5 outfield players who blank in game week 34. I've got my triple up from Aston Villa. I've also got Munoz and Mateta. At the moment though, I can afford to bench 3 of those players, and I'll have 2 free transfers to sell 2 of those players, but the problem is Kluivert and what to do with him. I've got the budget to get in De Bruyne for double game week 33, because remember, I've got no Arsenal players, no City players at the moment. De Bruyne is a tempting one, looking at his form in current games, the fixtures as well for City, but obviously there's going to be rotation with the FA Cup semi-final against Nottingham Forest coming immediately after this double game week, and it does leave me a player short for game week 34, so it's weighing up that risk. Obviously Kluivert could be back and fit, in which case I could just hold him. The other option is to get a player whose fixtures are like across 33 and 34, and Luis Diaz does fit the bill with that at the moment. He's been in great form in recent games. He's got 3 assists and 2 goals over the last 5 game weeks, so he's another tempting option that I'm looking at in terms of a Kluivert replacement if I need it. Obviously that would put me in a stronger position for 34. Remember, Liverpool, no sort of clouded judgment with other competitions. They're just focusing on securing the Premier League. They could even secure the title against Leicester away in 33, which is a great fixture anyway. Then Spurs at home in 34. So that's on my mind, but I think the draw of the double game week means I'm probably more likely to go De Bruyne, even if it is going to leave me short for 34. Team selection time then for 33, and I've still got that double up on the Palace defence with Henderson and Munoz, with Bournemouth at home and Arsenal away. I've also got Konza with a tricky double game week, and Livramento with that favourable fixture against Aston Villa after a busy Champions League midweek for them. Into the midfield, and again, I've got more Newcastle with Murphy in that fixture. I've got Palmer away at Fulham, Salah away at Leicester, Morgan Rogers with a double game week, and Watkins, Mateta and Isak up front. Doubles, of course, for Watkins and Mateta. The bench, Pickford, Man City at home. I think the way Everton are playing at the moment, I don't think that's a bad fixture. A home game for Pickford definitely helps him. De Bruyne. Obviously, if I do go De Bruyne, he probably wouldn't be the bench player on a bench boost. But yeah, you kind of get the drift of what I'm trying to do there. Then I've got Robinson at home to Chelsea. Not expecting a clean sheet, but you look at his attacking threat this season. He's got 10 assists. He's got to be a good option. And then we've got Vandenberg at home to Brighton, which I don't think is a bad fixture. We've had a few clean sheets lately from this Brentford defence. It's not the strongest bench boost, I'll be honest, but I don't know if there's going to be a better opportunity later in the season. And while I've got 4 players with decent enough fixtures and home games, I think, you know, it's justified pressing the button on that lineup. When it comes to captaincy at the minute, if I'm honest, I've got no idea where I'm going to go. I guess a lot will depend on the minutes of the Aston Villa players midweek, because they probably look the strongest position in my squad. Obviously, De Bruyne could be an option as well. Salah's got to be an option as well, though. You look at him, his form, the fixture, the fact that he's got the new contract that could be securing the title. I do think it would be wrong to overlook Salah as a captain option this week. So he's kind of still in my thoughts, even though it would feel wrong to not captain a player with a double game week. But obviously I don't own Marmoush, I don't own Saka. I think it kind of justifies the transfer in for De Bruyne if I can bring him in and captain him. I think he's my best option because I can't get to Marmoush, I can't afford Saka. So I think tentatively it's going to be De Bruyne captain, Salah vice captain. But, you know, if things happen midweek that change my judgment, I could look elsewhere, then I may do that as well. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Let's get this one to 1,000 likes, and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you for getting me over the line to 38k subscribers. And I will be answering all comments within the first hour of this video going live. So do drop your dilemmas below. Thank you for watching.